Oh man, Bitcoin clings onto $26,000. Volumes nowhere to be seen. Nobody interested in crypto right now. But I found the final technical chart pattern which could propel us into a powerful bull market. Plus, the latest on what's going on with Bitboy Crypto, who apparently is being kicked off of his own channel. First of all, how could that be possible? Is it actually what's going on? We're going to break that down and a lot more. Plus, I'm going to show you this new indicator which no channels are talking about, but needs to be added to your arsenal ASAP. Let's start off with our typical moving average crossover strategy. If you aren't familiar with this, Ijaz.uk/TA. Not only would you have learned this, you would have picked this up a mile away. What I've put on the charts here is as follows. You've got the 200 moving average. That's the white line. You've got your 50 moving average. Both of these simple moving averages, not exponential moving averages. What do you notice? We had a death cross here. So if you go back to earlier, which was February of this year, we had a death cross, but the price continued to move to the upside. Remember, death cross would normally indicate a big move to the downside. Everybody ignored it. We managed to ride above our 200 moving average, the white line, but then a couple of weeks ago, we broke below it. So now we've lost our 200 moving average. But the only way we can recover into a powerful bull market is if we now get a golden cross. This 200 moving average can continue to move in this direction here. And what could happen is that this 50 moving average can start to cross up beyond it. When they cross over, we will get what is known as a golden cross. And that can signal a big, powerful move to the upside. Because what would have happened is we would have touched this, lost it slightly, came around, consolidating around this area, maybe 24, maybe 25, before bouncing and getting our nice big move to the upside. That is our final call. Now, the problem we currently have in this market is the one I've been shouting about for a very long time. It's this big glaring M pattern, and it continues to worry me, right? If you look at this M pattern, let's move away these moving averages for a second. This is the M pattern that worries me. And until we can get away from the neckline being this purple line here, until we can bounce and get away from it, I'm nervous that we could be breaking down from this pattern. And remember, the measured move of this pattern is not a fun one. You take it from the peak, you take it to the neckline, you apply it to the neckline. Let me just do that for you here. And that brings you all the way down here to 17.7. That's not fun. This M pattern is a reversal pattern. It's a potent one, and it could signal a bigger pullback here. You guys know we're well below our weekly EMA ribbon now, right? It's quite painful. We've got some work to do to kind of get back above our EMA ribbon. But what do we know about EMA ribbons? They act as resistance. The longer we spend below here, the more it's going to start crossing over. We could start to see these yellow lines on the EMA ribbon crossing over the darker color lines. That's called a flipping of the EMA ribbon. When that flipping happens, more powerful downside movement is likely. So we've got a lot of things going against us here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. It's understandable why the markets are feeling particularly nervous. You can see here, even on our Bollinger Bands, we're on the downside of our Bollinger Bands, right? We're trying our best to bounce here, but really not showing much impetus. Even if we did kind of bounce a little bit up towards 28.3, we could get rejected by the center line, which could send us down for another leg to the downside. So it's understandable why markets are nervy. And kind of zooming out even more, this indicator I want to share with all of you guys, there's no interest in this market right now. Right? And if you use trends.google.com, it's a powerful way for you to kind of understand how little people care about Bitcoin crypto right now. If you type in the word Bitcoin as a search term, the blue line here, this was the search volume you were looking at here in 2021. Right? Look at these peaks in 2021 and look at where we are now, all the way down here. It's non-existent. And the red term is for crypto as a whole. Right? People were searching for crypto in 2021. They were still searching for it in some of 2022, looking for a buck. Now we're not seeing anything. The volumes are dead. People are not interested right now in crypto. But again, what do you guys know? This is exactly when I want to be doing my work, right? This is exactly when I want to be nibbling, when I want to be adding to my positions, when the markets are fearful, when the volumes are low, when the interests are not in the market. Otherwise, when are you going to buy? Are you going to be the person that's going to be the exit liquidity for the tourists that come into the market? Are you going to be exit liquidity for BlackRock and all these ETF providers and all the institutions who behind the scenes are acquiring? Because you guys know in previous videos I've shared with you that it's only short-term holders that are selling, long-term holders are acquiring, but right now there's still short-term holders in the market who are slowly transitioning their funds away into the hands of long-term holders. And what do we know about long-term holders? They don't sell. They're not in it for a quick buck. They're not in it for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. They're not swing trading. They don't need the money instantly. They're parking away money which they don't need. They're living their life, and they're going to come back in 5, 6, 7, 8 years' time after 1 or 2 cycles to come back to see what the crypto has grown to. And it's those long-term holders that we want to hold the crypto in order to activate what I just showed you, which is a moving average crossover, and us moving into our next bull market. So that's where my mindset is right now. Bunch of important economic catalysts coming up this week. You guys know here that we have PCE inflation, we have non-farm payrolls, we have the GDP figure as well. We'll be covering all of that with you guys throughout this week, so make sure you're subscribed. Guys, if you haven't checked out my second channel, definitely go over there, give me a subscribe before we get to 1K, guys. Already posted a video, another one's coming up in the next couple of hours. It might be there by the time you're watching this video. Definitely go watch it. More long-form content, kind of 15 minutes, hour-long chats, advice, mentorship, mindset, business, more about other investments as well, obviously including crypto as well, but definitely more holistic and well-rounded. So go over and give me a subscribe on that channel as well. That would be much appreciated. Now switching tracks to Bitboy Crypto. What's happened? Bitboy Crypto, one of the biggest YouTube channels related to crypto, but apparently Ben Armstrong, one of the initial founders, the main face of Bitboy Crypto, let's face it, is being kicked out from the company. Take a look at this tweet. They changed their branding on the Twitter page. Yesterday, BJ Investment Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action removing Ben Armstrong from the company and specifically the Bitboy Crypto brand. This difficult decision is a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance abuse, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damage he has done to the employees of Hit Network and the Bitboy crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we are going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that this has come to this, and hopeful for the future of Bitboy Crypto. This is absolutely insane, guys. I mean, look, whether he's taking substances or not, I think everybody can say that some of his activity in recent times has been a bit crazy, particularly after the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing. I think he got a lot of positive attention after being one of the first to call out FTX, but after that, he just started attacking all sorts, right? Kevin O'Leary started attacking all sorts of people. He then had his Ben coin, which is, of course, you know, many called a scam and said, look, this is dodgy, guys, stay away from this. And you can see kind of how he put some of the reputation of the Bitboy brand into disrepute. You've got to remember, this channel has partners. He's not the only person involved in this YouTube channel, which is why they can kind of strategically push him out if he's not in the interest of the business, right? Which clearly they're saying he's not. So major update there. I mean, look, this is the kind of stuff you have to watch out for, guys. When you're watching your content, make sure you're following the right people with the right intentions who are trying to teach you, who have good intentions, who aren't trying to make a quick buck from you, who aren't launching meme coins to take you guys as exit liquidity when the bear markets are boring and their ad revenue isn't enough, right? So you've got to be careful what you're watching. So jumping back into the charts, look, Bitcoin, as we're speaking right now, rotating into the red. That would be this week. If we end it up red, it's going to be the third consecutive red week here for Bitcoin. It's going to be pain, right? It's going to be pain. We got this big M pattern, which I'm worried about. You guys know the price targets I'm looking out for. The first line here, 24.8. Failing that, we then head down to 20,000 flat. Let's keep focused on that. No need to add extra FOMO into it. No need for me to tell you that Bitcoin's going to 10,000 or 8,000 or it's dead. No, it's a pullback. It's a powerful pullback. It's more of a pullback than we wanted, right? Because we lost our weekly EMA ribbon, and therefore we are bearish on the weekly time frame. Can't keep it any simpler than that. That's where we're at in this market. It leads to opportunities to buy the dip, but I'm also prepared for lower price points because we're lingering at a cliff edge right now. Hopefully that makes sense. A lot of key macro data coming out this week, which I will update you guys on. So let's see how that plays out. Does that give us a catalyst to move to the upside? Will that be a catalyst for us to move even further to the downside? All to play for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to go subscribe to the second channel, watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.